Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Alfia's world, where it's not just my world, but it's your world for the most part. It's a guy's world, so stay blessed and don't be stressed. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alfia, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So today guys, we are planting. We sowing more seeds, okay? We're sowing more seeds. So I have my seed starting mix over here. So the seed starting mix that I use, is Miracle-Gro indoor potting mix. So I use this mix because it doesn't have the gnats. It's kind of like a sterile soil, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's pretty crumbly, it's pretty light, so that our seeds can pop right through it. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm gonna be planting. So I already moistened my soil. So I have these cups because they might stay in here for a little bit of a longer time. So if you're new here, you're gonna be seeing most of this, the cups, not my face. So I have cabbages, purple cabbages and green cabbages, and the purple cabbages are more of like a 90-day. So I want it to be more of an 65 to 80 days. So I'm gonna do this one, the Copenhagen cabbage. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do some purple sprouted broccoli. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do some regular broccoli that I already started these, but I want some more because we do like broccoli. We don't love cabbage. So that's why I still have like 6 or 7 cabbages. So I'm only gonna plant maybe 4 more, 2 in each cell. And then I'm gonna plant some spinach and some arugula, and I think I'm gonna do some chives because I really have bad luck with chives in these smaller cells. I'm gonna do the cabbages and the and the cabbages and the broccolis here, and I'm gonna do the arugula and the other leafy greens in here. So I got a little bit of time because Malin is sleeping, so I got a little bit of time. So I have my markers here to mark what I'm going to be planting, so I don't forget, because if you're new here, I tend to forget. So the first thing I'm going to do is my Copenhagen cabbage. So we're going to do 2 per cell. So I'm gonna put a little diver in each. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so my camera kind of died, but I was able to get some charge, and it's plugged in right now. So we already did our broccoli. We have 3 broccoli, 2 sprouted broccoli, and 2 cabbages. So I did put 2 seeds in each. So I think I have about 8 broccolis, and that's already growing. And I have Brussels sprouts, and I have 2 broccoli that I started. Well, I have some up there. I already started some broccoli. So I think this will be enough for 2 harvests. So I have some soil here that I'm gonna put on top of these and just give good contact to the soil. So I'm gonna put it, so yeah, I'm just gonna cover them. Not too much, just like 1/4 of an inch. And I didn't fill the cups up to the brim, like to the tippy top. I just, it's about a little bit more than halfway, see? Because as it grows, I'm gonna put more soil. So I'm gonna have to save some of the soil, but I'll make sure there's contact with the seed. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more on top. What we said, just for good measure. So yeah, that's it, just a little bit on top. You don't have to do this. This is something I do. So then we're gonna go to, yeah. So now we're gonna go to, we're gonna transfer these over to here. And now we're gonna do our arugula, our chives, and our spinach. So we are gonna do a lot of spinach. So I'm gonna write here first, spinach. Here, here. And I'm just gonna put like 3 seeds. This is what the seeds look like. Ooh. This is what the seeds look like. Yeah, so I'm gonna put, actually I'm gonna put 2. So spinach seeds kind of germinate. It says it will germinate in 5 to 10 days. Also guys, for spinach, because Malin is about to create ruckus, spinach takes, yes, 5 to 10 days to germinate, but also we're going to try this and see if it works. It usually takes 50 degrees to germinate. It germinates in cool weather, but we're going to see, we're going to be on this journey with me and see what happens with the seeds. Also guys, I wanted to make sure for my new gardeners, if you're listening, learning how to put your seeds in the proper depth. So planting them in the proper depth. How deep do you plant your seeds? So usually I was taught that it's 2 times the width of your seeds. So the spinach seed, I believe it was 1/4 of an inch deep. And the arugula seeds, I realized that they were so tiny that they were actually 1/8 of an inch deep. So I pretty much just sprinkle them over the surface or over the soil and kind of push them in. So I have had instances where I have planted seeds too deep and I paid for it because I wondered why they didn't germinate. So I'm not here to be perfect. I'm just showing you and telling you my journey. So just like these chive seeds, guys, the chive seeds are going to be about 1/4 of an inch deep, which is why I'm showing you how big the seeds are, and then I'm telling you how deep they have to go. So you want to also make sure that you give the soil and the seed contact. So just like how I said about the arugula seeds, I do that with all my seeds. I make sure they have contact. However, with the arugula seeds, you're only going to lightly dust over some more seed starting mix over it, because you do not want it to not be able to push through that soil. So the spinach seed might have a little bit more energy to push because it's a bigger seed, but the arugula seed is not going to have that amount of energy. So you want to make sure you know and understand and read the back of your seed packet so you know how deep your seeds are supposed to be, because that will piss you off, because it pisses me off. But I've learned over the years. So do as I say, not as I do. I am not perfect here, but I will continue to sow seeds until they germinate, and I will not give up. But I do think that if you know better, you do better. So we are here learning as a team, okay? So I'm just here going through and making sure that all of the trays, cells get the proper amount of soil, and it's not doesn't have any twigs or anything, so that the seeds can push through. So guys, I'm done. I know Bailey was a little bit of an inconvenience, but hey, I'm home and this is my life of seed starting. So what you see is what you get. I was just outside and she literally fell asleep on the floor. I just happened to spread something on the floor because I know we just came up from outside, so we're dirty. And I said, you know what, while she's sleeping, let me just start my seeds and I'm gonna show y'all. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So we did plant, 1 second, mama. That she wanna see. We did plant some broccoli. We did plant, well, some sprouted broccoli. They're 2 different types. So this one is for Baker Creek. This is the sprouted broccoli from Baker Creek. And this is a purple sprouted broccoli from M.I. Gardner. So we're gonna see the difference, okay? We're gonna see what's the difference between the 2. And then I got, this is the spinach. I like the spinach because I do have another one. I think that one is called, I forgot the name of it. Bloomsdale. So Bloomsdale spinach. I like this one because it's pretty, you know. I have another one that's coming, M.I. Gardner, but yes, mama, but it's not here yet. So the Giant Noble, I'm probably gonna direct seed that because it says that it's slow bolting. So I'll probably plant that later down the line. And it says it is 25 days to harvest. Whoa, what's this one? This is 28 to 45. Okay, so I might direct sow this along with my greens, my my salad, and then chives, because I've never had a great success with germination with chives, and I do know that they're perennial, meaning they come back every year. And then arugula, arugula. I do want to get into more nutritional. Oh no, mammy. No, mama. More nutritional greens, so that's why I chose arugula, because it's jam-packed with a lot of nutrients. Look it up. And then my Copenhagen cabbage, that one, I already planted it, and I think I'll like it because it's not that much of a big head of cabbage. It says it's about 3 to 4 pounds, so that's not bad. It says it resists splits and stores up to 6 months, so that's great too. And then this broccoli, Sun-Kissed, what is it? Sun King. It's the hybrid. Yeah. So that one also gives a big head and it gives offshoots. So that's good. So I'm gonna water these in, and I'm gonna put them under my lights because I'm gonna show you guys. I have been evacuating my older seedlings outside. So, and I have more seeds that I got. I'll show you guys some Dollar Tree that I got. So I did get some baby choy. I got some baby choy. These I'm probably gonna do probably next 2 weeks, because these take 50 days. So I really don't want it to be too hot, but I am gonna start them. If not direct sow, I'm gonna start them in these little trays. I'm gonna get a 72 cell tray and start my cabbages and my lettuce. So I got this lettuce, the Little Gem lettuce. I got some gourmet blend, and I got some, this is called Paris Island. It's like a romaine lettuce. And of course I got oregano, because I didn't get oregano. When I moved from my house and I pulled the oregano, I thought the oregano was live and it was just cold, but it wasn't transferable from the ground of my own house to here. So I have to plant more oregano. And then obviously, you know, I'ma always have my beans. So for the next probably seed starting, it's gonna be my greens that are like, these are 50 days. Yeah, 50, 55, 45. This says 78. Okay, so I might have to do that a little sooner than later. Yeah, so yeah. So that's the video. This is gonna be a whole different video. y'all can stay tuned and watch with me. But I'm gonna show y'all the older seedlings and what they look like. And I've been hardening them off. So hardening off means I've been training them for the outside world. I have put them outside for an hour, and then the next day it was 2 hours, and then I allowed them to get a little sunlight the third day. So I think right now we're on our 4th day. So I'm gonna let them stay outside. So they were in the sun, and I watered them. Yes, Mama. You wanna say hi? Say hi. So I watered them, and right before I put them outside, I tried my best to water them, and I fertilized them this morning. So some of them look great. Some of them I told myself, I said I have to drop another seed because one of the cabbages look like they about to go. But that happens in gardening. This is why I'm succession planting. So whenever one goes, I have one to replace. So right now, see, they're in the sun. They're in the sun. They don't look bad, but they're in the sun. I am gonna bring them inside the sun like right now, but they were outside here for a little bit of time, but I have to trade them. So like you guys see, they don't look bad. They don't look bad, but I try my best to keep them watered. But yeah, my battery died again while I was showing y'all the seedlings outside because I don't have much battery. I'm gonna have to sit this down and let it get some charge. But they don't look bad. I just have to I took them out of the sun, so probably like by day 7, I'm gonna put them in the sun, and they're gonna have to just, you know, slowly and surely get used to the outside weather. So that's about it, guys. Don't forget our for peas. Yes, Mama. Don't forget our for peas. Don't forget to pray. Be patient, persevere, and you'll surely progress. And don't forget to be kind. Okay, guys? Don't forget to drop your seeds. Go on Google, figure out your zone. Figure out your last frost. Forget the zone, actually. Figure out your first frost, not last frost, your first frost. When you figure out your first frost, figure out how many days you have until the frost and sow your seeds, okay? That's what I'm doing. Yes, I'm in zone 8, but I'm learning that the zones is changing now. So let's just go by our first frost, okay, guys? I love y'all. Have a good day. Bye.